Hey guys, so in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to jack up your van. I know that there are folks out there who's never worked on their cars before, and it just dawned on them that they have to work on their van or learn how to work on their van or the car or truck. Um, let's go to work. So you'll see here, this is a all-wheel drive XLE model. If you have a front-wheel drive, the jacking point is kind of different. So you'll have to rely on your trusty owner's manual. So I'll show you here. So basically, the reason why I'm showing you this is because nowadays trucks, cars are not built the way they used to anymore. So in the old days, you have a ladder frame and then the cabin sits on top of it. But here, this thing is a total unibody setup. So the unibody metals are pretty thin. So if you don't know your jacking points, you're gonna have a bad day. You could end up ruining your underbelly. So here, let me show you this. Okay. So for two-wheel drive model, right here, if you look under, there's a little tab here that looks like this. That's your jacking point. However, with mine's an all-wheel drive model here, so the jacking point is actually on the diff there. So for the front there, this is a little shield right here. It's made out of plastic. It's this little clearing here, this little cut right here, that's the jacking point. So that's where you need to jack your car. Okay, and then if you're gonna put a jack underneath it, let me show you. So for those, that comes with your own OEM from the factory jack stand. This is where the tire jack. This is where you want to mount. You want to jack it. Okay. You put this. There's this little indentation here, and you put this bottle jack right on top of this, and you jack. Basically, the rear is like that. Okay. So that's what you do. I'm gonna put my jack stand close by this area as well, because that's where it tells me to jack this thing up. So that's what I'm doing, guys. Let's go and jack her up. So this is my hydraulic jack. So as you can see there, okay, that's the jacking point. Okay guys, so that's where I'm gonna jack it up. That's what the manual says. So before you do any jacking up, you'll see here my driveway is slanted downward. So what you want to do, depending on which way your driveway is slanted, always put a block in the front so that your car doesn't roll. My van is already chalked and she's in park. So this is how she's gonna go up. And be cognizant of what you're doing, guys. Okay, so now she is jacked up, and I'll show you how I jack this up. Basically, you see this little arrow right here? That's your jacking point. Okay, that's where it wants you to jack up. And you'll see here, that's a jacking point as well. Okay, so here, if you look at here, this little triangle or arrow right here, basically, if you look under, you will see two little marks right here. Okay, that's for your factory jack. Now when you put a jack stand, this is a jack stand right here. When you put a jack stand underneath your car, I keep saying truck because I have two trucks, you don't want to put this right here because it'll bend this lip right here, and that's a no-no. So what you do is you find the thickest part of the frame here. This is a unibody, so this is sort of like it's not a real frame, but this is the thickest part. This is like probably 3/16. Looks like 3/16 or 10 gauge. So I didn't want to, this is a plastic part, I didn't want to damage that. So I put it as close as I can to here, and as close as I can to here, so that it'll take the weight of the truck, of the van, evenly. Okay, same thing over there. I did the same thing. And you'll see here, that's where I jacked up my van for all-wheel drive. Okay. What I like to do is before I crawl under or work on the car, what I like to do is I like to shake the car. Okay, when there's actually 3 points of contact, like that jack right there and these two jack stands, I want to shake it so that it doesn't fall. You see there? If you see this jack moving, that means that's not safe. So don't do it. Okay, there you go. Okay, so it's not moving anymore. Okay, and let's go check the other one too. What we're looking for is we are looking for safety, because you only have one life to live, right? See this jack right here? It's not even. Okay, so now it's not moving anymore. You look underneath again. Look underneath again. All right, so it's set even with the frame. It's not really even, but at least the jack here isn't wobbly. That's what you want to look for. Nothing is flat underneath here. So while I'm working on this, I still leave my hydraulic jack there as a third leg just in case. I'm very paranoid when it comes to jacking because I only have one life to live. So that's how you jack up the your van. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you find this useful and helpful, please like and subscribe. That way, that'll encourage me to make a lot more video.